Good evening, everyone. So this is Coach Dani, and welcome to the Modern Tita Podcast. And for today, we'll be having a very special guest. And this person actually invited me to his home to have this short interview about his lifestyle, his financial um, goals, and also to talk about his music. So tune in and share this podcast to all of your friends. We're live on the Bounce Back Network, and we'd like to thank all of our sponsors. First of all, the Bounce Back Network, and of course, Amadeo. So yeah, thank you so much for being here today. And to start, I wanted you guys to meet our guest for today, and his name is Paolo Halili. So he is the lead vocalist of Amadeo. He also does the producing of the music, sound editing, and he's just here to actually inspire everyone. If you're an aspiring musician, if you're an artist, then tune in to this podcast. So yeah, thank you so much, Paolo, for
Hi.
inviting me here.
Hi.
For allowing me to invite you here today in my podcast. So yeah, how are you doing so far during this pandemic?
Hi. I'm happy to be here in this podcast. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah.
Um, how how was the pandemic for me the past
Few months.
few months?
Mhm.
It's been crazy, especially as a performing artist. Gigs like as we all know, gigs. Yeah, so
Oo.
or like alam mo yun, pinaka rock and roll, wala, di naman magawa, di ba? Then long story short, siguro I've just been trying my best to stay inspired. So even if I'm locked down home, I try my best to find inspiration when I bike. Yeah,
Mhm.
and sometimes I just go and walk UP with my notebook, stuff like
Mhm.
that. I just make it a point to stay inspired.
Right, right. Yeah, well, thanks for letting me know. Because most of our viewers right now, they're kind of looking for that inspiration as well, and it's really a good timing that I invited you as an artist. And you see, I know that you started writing music for the past 5 years, and your influence in music has been really into the what kind of genre is that? Is that
Well, I guess the most broad genre to describe our music probably soul, rock, blues, somewhere
okay?
along those lines. Because I was heavily influenced by jazz. Yeah, I
Oh,
grew up
okay.
listening to a lot of jazz with my
Mhm.
dad. Shout out, Daddy.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Oh, nice. And you know what? I really am thankful to be here and to see your studio, diba, your friends helping us here, setting everything up. I want to say thank you to everyone who made this possible. Talaga sa Ter Provincia family. From earlier when I entered the room, they actually helped us, diba, in setting up for this quick podcast. And since the episode right now is about an artist spotlight. This is what we're planning to do kasi every other month. We're going to feature one of our artist friends na nasa local scene. And I guess it's very timely as well for us to discuss the lifestyle. Because we've been friends for quite a while, and I knew that you have a lifestyle that you want to share to everyone. It's just mind blowing actually your life, the lifestyle that you chose. So mind telling us something about your lifestyle?
Lifestyle.
Hmm.
Wow. Well, lately, especially, actually, my lifestyle has changed a lot because of this.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized a lot of things about the economy, about money.
Yeah.
I realized how brittle, like how dependent we are on a good economy.
Um,
So baksak agad lahat when the pandemic happened. But then, as human beings, we know how to adjust, we know how to adapt. So for my case, like in my case, I as an artist, ganun din. Nag-adapt din ako as an artist
mm-hmm.
In this environment.
Mm-hmm.
So again, gigs have changed, um, bookings in
Yeah.
recording studios. Hirap ko mag-book ngayon because hindi naman lahat ng mga studios ngayon open like before. So, but then I guess the biggest change in my lifestyle lately, I started to let go of making music for the sake of earning.
Right. That's a good one.
Kasi marami namang ways to earn money.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for, I'm thankful I got to graduate college. Yeah, I got to study and may diploma ako. Kahit pa paano, kaya ko siya nang magamit. So there are a lot of ways to earn money. But then that's very different from what your passion is.
Yeah.
Your passion doesn't necessarily equate to uh, yung kumbaga
Earning.
yung earning mo.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean it can happen. And a lot of times it does happen. But then I stopped focusing on that. Yeah. And how it changed my music was how I nagiba yung soul ko when I sing or when I write. I became more free in expressing myself in music.
Yeah.
Kasi parang wala na yung burden of money. But then this is where you have to be smart. For young performing artists, you really have to look for this to buy equipment.
Oh.
So I'm very proud of my setup. This is
looks really expensive, Pao.
I invested a lot on my stuff, and I'm very thankful that I got to afford it.
Mm.
But yeah, I guess just to finish with my answer is my lifestyle has changed in terms of how I view my passion with regards to how it can make money. Like iba na yun. Kasi nga, just a quick background. I score films. I score films, commercials. I also edit podcasts.
Yeah.
So I work for an Australian-based podcast editing website called Paolo. So yun yung mga ko.
For the daily.
Yeah. Gutom ako today.
Yeah, survival skills.
I wanna enjoy a glass of whiskey or steak every now and then. Sure, kaya naman.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya, diba? And I remember we were talking about financial, what is that? Financial freedom.
Freedom, yeah.
I love that word, diba? Parang it's different from financial security.
Yeah, exactly, Pao. Alam mo, that's one thing that I really admire about you is that it's not that every day you find a musician who takes his passion and separates it from how he earns. So that's the kind of mindset that I guess most entrepreneurs usually have. Na, kasi even me, I have a background in music, although I didn't had the chance to actually use my music to earn money. And so I said, I can do music on the side. I can also earn in a different, massive amount of ways. Kasi that's how I think about it. So it's like we're very similar, at the same time very different. Kasi from our upbringing din, earlier we talked about din na you came from a well-off family, diba? So that's like a lot of adjustments then from now you're being independent, and then you learn the financial freedom, and that slowly things are turning great for you. Di ba? Kasi parang hindi siya pinipilit, di ba? You just try to make things work, try to earn money using this. You're very open and very flexible to your approach. And that's one thing that our viewers would really admire. And I hope all of our viewers are watching here would actually understand where we're coming from. That when it comes with your passion, sometimes the passion and the money just follows. Diba? So yeah, I guess
And
that's it.
yeah, and ang ganda na, sinabi mo yun. Kasi I want to share what my dad keeps telling me.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi it's just a brief background of how my dad would support me in my music.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi back then, when he was younger, he wanted to be a mechanic in the US. He lived in the US. He wanted to be a mechanic, but then he didn't choose that career path to say, oh,
Yeah.
so he became a stockbroker. Decades after, nagkaroon na siya ng family, and then I would ask him, should I earn money first?
Mm-hmm.
Should I, kailangan bang yumaman muna ako before I pursue my passion?
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember him telling me na, just do what you're passionate about, and money will come.
Yes.
So you can find ways, you can find a lot of ways, especially, and I say this, I say this with utmost humility talaga, that I'm very thankful that in terms of finances, it wasn't a big problem for me. And I'm very thankful, and therefore, ayoko rin sayangin yung opportunity nito
Mm-hmm.
to pursue my passion. Because I'll be wasting that. I'll be wasting that opportunity to focus more on my passion. But then again, a lot of things happen in life. So sadly, like music isn't the best way to earn money, especially.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I nagdaring sinabi mo rin sa akin, again, sabi mo, parang, I want to make money my servant.
Yeah.
Ganda.
Mm-hmm.
Ganda nun.
Yun kasi naman talaga ang end goal.
Oo. Yun din sinasabi sa akin ng dad ko pala. Don't chase after money. It's only a
Attract it, actually.
It's only a tool. Ang ganda, attract it. Diba?
Those are the simple things that I teach din as a financial coach kasi, I just want to share with you, Paola, the podcast that I'm having does not really rotate around how to manage money, but it's more of knowing how people use their money, diba? How people, what's the mindset of people when it comes to money. And then what I do is I just simply tell them what worked for me, that might work for them, and then while they're also inspiring other people in their mindset. Kasi um, everyone that I invite in the podcast has their own stories, diba? And right now, the story that you have really catch my attention. Kasi knowing that diba, you're up there, then now you're trying to figure things out like budgeting money, trying to do to know more about the financial freedom that you can get from music, and also being hustling hard for your future. And I guess I have a really quick question for you. Kasi, di ba, as a musician, you mentioned earlier na there's a lot of challenges lalo this pandemic. So I want to know, how do you manage your finances? You moved out, you have your own place. How do you manage your finances?
Is to live beyond my means.
Mm-hmm.
Way beyond my means. So, yeah, malaking tulong yun sa akin. Kasi doesn't mean I can afford something. Doesn't mean I should buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I think a big part in learning how to budget is self-control.
Wow.
Kasi it's so tempting, especially me. I'm a gear. I love buying gear. Kasi I love it. And ko yun, guilty pleasure ko yun. Grabe. Dami ko nang nabili in my life na hindi ko pala kailangan. Alam mo yun? And then eventually just end up selling.
Okay. Medyo impulsive, no?
Oo, diba? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have that problem then. But then again, this is me being more mindful.
Right. Awareness.
About those tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Sarap din kasi mag-spend.
Really, yes. And I guess, if I can share with you, Paona, awareness is a very vital skill that all of young adults should learn. Kasi If you're not aware of how you're spending or how you're doing things, it's going to be hard for you to correct it. And right now, from what I'm hearing from you, this skill is something that you're learning then day by day. Diba? As you budget your finances, as you manage your impulsive buying tendencies. And it's a really good thing that you were able to say that here right now. Kasi I know most of our audience can relate to what we're talking about right now. And I guess, Pao, when it comes to your equipment and music production, siguro, um, when do you know if you have to buy something na?
I love that
No?
question. Nako,
Parang okay.
okay. Wait lang ha. Wait lang ha. I have to buy something. Ah, I have to make sure that I've already exhausted all my options.
Okay.
So for instance, I just recently bought my red piano.
Mm.
So that's my third piano already that I've invested in the recent years. Nasabi ko na kailangan ko na nga talaga siya. Kasi na-exhaust ko na yung lahat ng capabilities ng previous piano.
Mm.
To be more specific, uh, my previous pianos, na-realize ko, oh, like these pianos are perfect for studio work. So, making a score for film or commercials. Marami kasing, basta, long story short, perfect siya for studio work. But then this piano is for performing. Parang ganun. And I tried performing with my other piano, with my other keyboard. But then, iba yung, parang I needed a piano solely for performance.
Mm.
So that's when I said, okay, kailangan ko na talaga ng piano. Kasi kung gamitin ko itong piano nito, in a game, hindi siya kasi efficient as if I invest on a stage piano. Kasi may difference yung stage piano, may difference yung workstation. Yeah. So, in-exhaust ko na lahat ng kaya kong magawa with this. But then to further elevate my performance, stage piano. So, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, actually it did. So, ang naisip ko is, kasi I usually follow that rule then wherein, if I really like it, I won't buy it. If I really, 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 really want it, then that's the time I'll buy it. Pero like, I used to think a lot muna before I do a purchase or buy something big or maybe decide for a major thing in my life. So parang the question I always ask myself is, does this support the life that I want to have in the future? So if that answer is yes, then I'm like one step closer to answering my if it's a yes for me. And then I think about it for like 14 days because usually we delay our gratification, di ba? Na parang, ngayon gusto mo. Pero after a week, ayaw mo na. So there's like that timeline that we usually teach them to people who wants to learn more about how to effectively manage their finances. And siguro, another thing that I want to talk about right now is how do you create your music? What inspires you when you create your music?
Well, lately, I've been inspired more because I've been more active in collaborating with other artists, and not just music.
Mm.
So, for instance, I've taken a break from writing songs first. I mean lyrics.
Yeah.
I mean, every day I write stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then in terms of lyricism, that discipline and that practice, I sort of set that aside for me because I wanted to try to collaborate with an actual lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Yung tipong forte talaga niya is writing.
Mm-hmm.
Because for example, me personally, I know all sorts of skills, but I'm not the best in lyrics.
Okay.
I'm sure I can write lyrics, but there are other people who are actually experts. Well, in my eyes, they're experts. So, yeah, I've been collaborating with a friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. I guess Norvin's here.
Yeah, he's there.
Hi, Norvin.
Wow, backstage. Pero, yeah, so actually, because of that, sobrang na-inspire pa ako to focus just on arrangement or just making music and singing. Kasi kumbaga, um, nawala yung isang part, malaking part ng songwriting sa list of things to do.
Mhm.
So, mas nabigyan ko ng attention yung music.
Mhm.
And I really enjoy it. So, what's been happening in the past weeks was I'd literally thrown a notebook at night. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on my guitar. Ako yung notebook. And it's yung pwedeng
Yeah.
sa part na to, something na ulit-ulit na hope na, you know,
Nice.
sabayin mo lang yung beat na to and just write something.
Mhm.
Isa dyan siya, tabi ko sa side sulat. Galing, grabe. Bilis na magsulat.
Oh.
Tapos, ano talaga, very fluent.
Mhm.
Very fluent.
Mhm.
Eh, hindi ko pa naman strength yung writing in Tagalog.
Ah, so your songs are more of Tagalog ba?
No, well, lately
Okay.
I've been uh, working on it.
Yeah.
But then I've written more songs in English.
I see.
Pero di naman ako barok.
Oo.
Kaya ko naman. Hindi lang ako as fluent as with that language. And it's a very tricky language.
Yeah.
Because sadly, it's not a lot of, sadly, it's not a lot of people's first language in the Philippines. So, ano na. Kaya din, ayun, lately, yun na lang siguro masasabi ko na I've been very inspired by people who have been coming here to the house,
Mhm.
the photographers.
Yeah.
Ang
Oo.
ganda eh, kasi iba yung perspective nila in life eh. They're happy.
Mhm.
Parang narinig mo, iba nga, pero bakit, why does it feel the same? So, iba. Filmmakers, poets.
Yeah, and this place called Provincia, no? So,
Yeah, we've,
so ang vibe talaga eh.
yeah, this is called Provincia.
When I entered din, parang sabi ko, I wanna live here eh. Kasi like, I can see the art just nandyan, tapos ng music. And I guess what I learned when I was staying here with you like earlier when we practice is that your place should be conducive then when you write songs. Even though it's pandemic, your workstation or it just feels like you're working from home. So dapat conducive to writing. And I guess you have the best place to be in terms of your music career during the pandemic. No?
I love this place.
Yeah.
And it's more than enough
Yeah.
for what I need to do
Mm.
in like the foreseeable future, which is my online work for to sustain myself and
Mhm.
whatnot. And then I also have this corner right here at the back.
Yeah.
I have this nice little corner.
Mhm.
And then ang ganda na sinabi mo yung conducive. Kasi I've um, I've had experiences in writing in different places.
Mhm.
And then you really have to find your sweet spot.
Yeah.
Especially when you practice.
Mhm.
All the musicians out there na practice every day.
Yeah.
Every day. May 10 minutes lang na just practice every single day. Kasi nag-survey na ako ng mga magagaling na musicians from all over the country as well as abroad. Tinatanong ko talaga what's the secret.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, 9 out of 10 or minsan nga sabihin lang nila yung just practice.
Mhm.
So, ganun din. If you want to practice well, then you have to find a basic space for that.
Yeah. And I guess most of our audience then, their businesses actually shifted from just working in the office to working from home. So I know that it was a challenge at first day. Like the pandemic has really affected most of artists, creatives, businesses, entrepreneurs. And also me, sobrang hassle niya nung una. Sabi ko, saan ako lulugar? Ano bang workstation ko na conducive sa akin? Kasi nasanay ako sa labas, coffee shop, going out with people, meeting with people because my work continues to do that.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, now that you mentioned it, sa line of work mo, how has the pandemic changed your group,
Mhm.
your group of work?
Well, for the past few months, because I tried shifting from different works that would really help me during this pandemic. So I worked with a web development company. I worked with some IT companies, and now I'm here working as a financial coach. And maybe the difference of being a financial coach is that I have the freedom to do what I want. Number two is that it's aligned to what my goals are in the future. So at 23 kasi, so yeah, I'm just 23. But at 23, I have a lot of realizations lately, lalo na pandemic, especially when it comes to how I handle myself, how I handle my businesses, my skills, my development and growth. And of course, when I became a financial coach, it opened doors for me to connect with people like you, like all of the other clients that I have, and that they saw the value of being financially aware and financially literate during this pandemic kasi sometimes the cash flow, di ba, nakacut into two. Most employees experience that their salaries decrease from like 20% from their 100% salary every month. So parang, sabi ko, kailangan to ngayon ng mga tao. Everyone needs a financial coach. So to all of our viewers here, actually, if you wanted to learn more about financial coaching, you want to invest in your time freedom, in your financial freedom, then just send us a message. We're live at the Bounce Back Network, but you can message us on the Modern Gabriela Alliance Inc. That's my company. And ayun, I guess pa we already spoke about your financial coaching, mantra. Kumbaga, the things that you do for your financial success. And can you tell me a little bit more about, like, when it comes to your investments, are you already in the stage na you want to start investing? Or
Well, I have been investing in the recent years,
Mhm.
but I've only been truly investing on
Mm.
for me. I've already made my decision.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pursue.
Yeah.
Money is just there. Sure. I mean, if it comes, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no free breakfast. I'm not work.
Yeah.
I'm gonna work. But I've already made my decision what I want to pursue.
Mhm.
Actually, pursue how I express myself in music
Mhm.
and just self-discovery talaga. It's very important. Self-discovery. Kasi
Mhm.
the more you discover yourself, in, as in it sounds a bit cliche,
Yeah.
then the more you discover yourself, the more you become a better person. Kasi
Exactly.
mas
I agree
mindful
with
ka
you.
eh. Mas mindful ka sa mga
Mhm.
faults mo, sa mga bad habits mo. Mas mindful ka
Mhm.
din sa strengths mo.
Yes.
Mas
Yes.
mindful ka sa things that you're passionate about. And
Mhm.
pwede mo bigyan ng mas marami pang time yung mga things na passionate ka.
Mhm.
And this is what I love about passion.
Mhm.
No matter what your passion is, if you do your passion, you'll always do it.
Exactly.
There'll be, for sure, there'll be humps. But then, pag sinabi mo talaga ang passionate ka, wala. At
Uh,
some point, parang inevitable na mukhang gagaling. And while you're getting better at it, you're just having fun.
mhm.
Like for example, yung what we were talking about, how you view money,
Mhm.
and how you view success. Like you have your own perception of your passion,
Mhm.
and I'm assuming you're having a good time.
Yeah, actually, this is what I love doing the most. I like talking to people, just inspiring them with what changes happened simula nung last year to ngayon. Kasi po, I'm gonna tell you honestly, I don't have the means to actually become a financial coach if you met me a year earlier. Because before I took this job, this purpose, this passion that I love to do, I also rediscovered myself. I reinvented myself na sabi ko, I can teach something that I don't know. So just like in music, I guess, parang you can share something that you're not happy doing or you're not passionate about. I mean, if music is not your passion, definitely you're not going to have fun. You're going to think that it's just another
A chore.
job, it's a chore,
Yeah.
diba? But if your passion, if you're doing what you love to do, you don't have to work a day in your life ever again.
Amen.
And I guess that's what we're both working
I
on,
love it.
diba? Na parang,
Love it. I love that.
super. Pero di ba tama naman na parang,
Yeah. Oh.
parang ang end goal natin is like, we don't have to work a day in our life ever again. And sometimes it entails sacrifices, di ba? Like
Yeah.
for me, I guess, di ba, we talked about na parang kahit starting musician ka or like you've been in the music industry for a long time, some of the artists still have businesses. Some of them still has a day job or other ways to earn, di ba? Kasi nga, the end goal is that we're slowly working ourselves and building ourselves together so that we don't have to work a day in our lives. We can just do music. One day, when we retire, may marami na tayong, di ba, inspiration. We have a lot of money that we have already built for ourselves. And that's the time that I can see that we are financially free. When we already have the time, freedom that we need. Do you agree with that?
Oh yeah. And a lot of people na they think mas masyado akong chill.
Actually.
But I am. But then it's because that's what I practice in. I feel like I work.
Yeah.
I do work. But then because I've already curated, what I enjoy, and finding ways to earn money with what I enjoy.
Right.
And it's still work. I
Mhm.
mean, I still have my workplace. But then, like, it's not my number one priority.
Yeah.
And but then I can't speak for everybody. So there are a lot of people who actually need to work,
Mhm.
and that's why my decision to pursue music has been very clear. It's because I have been given this opportunity.
Mhm.
Let's say I need to feed a family.
Mhm.
I, I, I wouldn't choose music as I'd have less time to do music because I'd have to go out there and have to earn money to feed the family. In maraming cases, I can't speak for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that nagpapasalamat ako ng opportunity ako ng But then if the time, kung magkaroon man ng ganun na time na I need to let go of music, so let's say magkaroon ng financial problem yung family, I'll be willing to set aside music.
Mhm.
Kasi music will always be there.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush.
Exactly.
And I'm just having fun. But
Mhm.
then if I have to do things I don't like, but then for a good cause or for na purposeful,
Mhm.
mga ganyan, kahit hindi ko gusto, as long as I know that I have to do it, that I have to do something for,
Mhm.
but my
Yeah,
point,
yeah,
my
yeah.
point being is music is just music.
Mhm.
My passion is just my passion. It will always be there. I just have to be prepared with life. With what life will
Yes,
throw at me.
yes. And you know what, Pao? Since you already mentioned that, you're actually right na parang, di ba, passion is just passion. Also, there's a secret formula that I follow. Kasi I have encountered a lot of people that say na, yeah, this job is earning me well. Yeah, this is doing me good. Pero I don't like it. I don't like what I'm doing. So I always say to them, di ba, that, like, I put it in their mindsets na, this is just your stepping stone. Like, you're here, you're like, this is your point zero. And how do you try to move forward to your success if you don't want to do something that can help you become a better person? It doesn't entirely mean that you have to stick yourself in music. Because the music is your passion, that's your end goal. So, like me, my end goal is also, of course, to become a musician. It's just a secret goal. Oh my god. Kasi I'm already in this industry where it's giving me a lot of time freedom, a lot of connections. But still, at the back of my mind, I want to be a musician. I want to sing, pero like not most of my friends know that. Diba? Kasi that's not my goal yet. I'm just stepping to my point B. My point A is I was just the usual employee, call center agent, Yossi. That was my lifestyle back then. Because I don't have any purpose. But when I found that my point zero is in my end destination, I jumped from point zero to my point A. Now that I'm on my point A, I'm going now to my point B. So that's how we progress in life. Doesn't entirely mean that we have to make this job or this industry our home. We can always wander until we reach to the point that we can do whatever we want on our own time. Diba? So to all of our viewers, what I really learned about having this conversation with one of the best artists that I've heard play the music na talaga is that his progression doesn't mean that he has to actually stick to his music or passion. So he's very open for other opportunities to help him reach his goal a little bit faster every day. So I guess that's a really good learning for me today. And I guess parang siguro out of the blue, although this is not this is out of our conversation, can you play a short music for us?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you play something for us?
What do you mean?
You play the guitar or the piano? So we still have a lot of time. So guys, yeah, let's try to hear Paolo. So
wait lang.
yeah, let's try to set you up. Go, go.
I'll set up. Is that okay?
Yeah. Gusto mo yung guitar ba?
Yeah, I'll play the guitar.
And so yeah, we'll be having a live chill session with Paolo Halili. He is the frontman for Amadeo. So guys, if you have anything you want to share with us, let us know so that I can also discuss it here as we go on with our second podcast. Yay! Anong play mo pa?
Malaman.
Different kind of...
Malaman.
Sige. Yeah, so just I was just setting up his rig.
Sige.
Yay! Yes, I want to say thank you to all our 53 viewers for today and all of the reaches that we had. Thank you so much for the Bounce Back Network for allowing us to host this podcast. Again, the podcast is the Modern Tita Habits, and today we're having the artist spotlight for Amadeo. So for our next podcast, guys, if you have anything you wanted to share with us, any topics that you want to discuss, if you have an artist friend, if you're working in the film industry and you want to just talk about your art, let me know. Send me a message. Again, the email is themoderngabrielle@gmail.com. You can visit us on Facebook. It's the Modern Gabrielle Alliance. And again, I want to say hi to all of our viewers. And yeah, I guess Paul is ready.
Perform ako.
Yay! Again, there's a live chill session waiting. Oh.
Okay. So I'll play
So what song are you planning to play now?
new one. Song my friend Marvin and I wrote last week. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah. Go. I saw you have a dog din, no?
Yeah.
Where's
It's,
Cooper?
Cooper.
Cooper!
Is there a way we can find out if the sound is okay?
Yeah. Is this sound okay?
Okay.
Grabe, I'm so excited. Ano title is about?
Sorry.
So what's the title of this song?
This is Piniling Alaala.
Wow.
Piniling Alaala is a
Cool,
wonderful
cool.
song written lyrics by Norman De Los Santos and music by yours truly.
Let's go.
kakanina. Lagay mo sa aking diwa, alaala tungkol sa'yo. Ano man kakasilang ang ilaw mo sa aking buhay, alaala tungkol sa'yo. Ulit-ulit, masikot-sikot, sundot-sundot, isip-isip. Ulit-ulit, bahagod-hagod, bago-bago, wala.
Grabe, super chill. To all of our viewers, and this is Paolo Halili of Amadeo. So you can follow them on IG and on Facebook. That's Amadeo.
Anong man kakanina, lalagay mo sa aking alaala tungkol sa'yo. Gaano man nakasilang ang ilaw mo sa aking alaala tungkol sa'yo. Ulit-ulit, masikot-sikot, sundot-sundot, isip-isip. Ulit-ulit, bahagod-hagod, bago-bago, puso ko na sintulan, di ko na sa'yo.
Grabe pa, grabe. That's one of the most amazing songs I've heard. This pandemic,
Thank you.
hindi kasi, grabe naman. Ang ganda. So who composed that? Ikaw na-compose plus si
Kami ni Martin.
Martin.
Martin nagsulat ng lyrics.
Ganda. Like how many hours do you make your music? Or days or weeks? That song, for that song.
There are this song, bilis lang po. Ito yung mga one of the lucky ones. Yung mga songs kasi that I finished within 2 years, 3 years, mga ganun.
Oh?
Pero may mga songs na isang araw,
Uh-oh.
dalawang oras. So ito yung one of the faster ones.
I see. Mhm. So, give us naman a background, anong plans mo for this upcoming October to December? Where do we expect to see Amadeo or you? Where can we find you?
Yeah, so we're recording right now.
Uh-huh.
And we're in the process of recording several songs.
Wow.
We will be releasing a compilation. Probably 3 to 4 songs. Like an EP.
Mhm.
Just a small compilation. And I plan to, keep writing with Marvin. I really enjoy writing with he's been my friend for a while.
Mhm.
And what makes it fun is because he knows how I play music,
Yeah.
and he knows how my emotions flow, and my weaknesses, my strengths. He
Yeah.
knows that. So, I love working with him.
Great, great. And Pao, saan namin makita yung music mo? Like, do you have it on Spotify or?
Yeah, we're on Spotify. We are on Apple Music. We are
Mm-hmm.
also on Deezer, Amazon Music. You can search us. We are
Yeah.
Amadeo,
Mm-hmm.
AMADEO. Our Facebook our Facebook page is Amadeo Music PH.
All right.
Our
Mm-hmm.
Instagram is also Amadeo Music PH. We released 3 songs so far.
Mm-hmm.
We actually just launched last year. So for the
Oh,
viewers,
okay.
we are a new band.
Mm-hmm.
But as a musician, I've been writing for several years. But then I've only launched with the band last July. So we've released 3 singles since our launch,
Mm-hmm.
and we are planning to release more. So gigs, since wala pang gigs, we'll probably be performing here in this house.
Yay.
So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
I'll be
Yeah.
supporting you, and we're all here for you guys. All of our viewers. If you wanted to have any guestings with Amadeo, you can definitely reach them. Just let me know. Send us an email. Send them an email so that we can collaborate for whatever we can do during this pandemic. And I guess, Pao, before we end, what are the 3 songs that you already wrote? Give us the title so we can search it on Spotify. Sige.
Oh, we have
Wanna play it?
Kaimanan.
Sige, sige, like, a brief ano lang. Kaya man.
This is it's called different kind of
Favorite ko to, Pao.
to me, you're more like all that fire. And I think that it's one expression. Don't ever change your style. 'Cause I see you always try to please a crowd. It breaks my heart to see you. Hope that you will find the time to give your heart. You and I want to find a different kind of love to be found. And I want to see the other side of you, just the real thing. Nothing more than I want
Grabe.
So that's our first song. Marami pa eh, pero
Sige, sige.
ayan.
Sige, sige. Well, thank you so much, Pao. And it's really an honor for me for you to accept my invite for this
Thank
podcast.
you for having me. It was fun. It was
It
fun. Thank
is.
you.
Yeah, but it's a different